So hello everyone, welcome back to the new video, and in this video we are going to talk about the apocarpus, differences between the apocarpus as well as the syncarpous ovary. Okay student, so in flowering plant, the ovary, the female reproductive part, okay, it can be classified based on the arrangement of the carpels. Okay, so the carpels are the structure that contains the ovule. So based on the carpel arrangement, okay, there are two primary types of ovaries, that is the apocarpous ovaries and the syncarpous ovaries. Okay, so these ovaries, student, they will differ in terms of their structure, function and impact on fruit formation. So let's talk about the apocarpous ovary first. So the apocarpous ovary, okay, it consists of multiple free carpels. Okay, so what does it mean that it consists of multiple free carpels? It means that each carpel, it will remain distinct and does not fuse with each other. Okay, so there will be no fusion of carpel. Okay, now this arrangement, it will allow each carpel to function independently and often leading to the formation of multiple fruitlet. Okay, so if there is a presence of apocarpus or ovary, since they are functioning independently, it will lead to formation of multiple fruits. Okay, so you can remember it like this, that in the apocarpus ovary there will be multiple free carpels and this carpel will give rise to multiple fruits. Okay, now if we talk about the characteristics, okay, of the apocarpus ovary, then the first characteristic is that they will remain separate. Okay, so each will form its own ovary, the carpel. The second is each carpel, they will develop into individual fruit. Okay, so this will lead to the aggregate fruit formation. Okay, then since the ovule, they are housed the carpels are free, the ovule, they are housed separately. Okay, and there will be independent pollination also. Okay, so these are the main characteristics of the apocarpus ovary. And if we talk about the examples, okay, then the example of apocarpus ovary, there will be lotus, rose and buttercup flower. Okay, these are displaying the apocarpus ovary. Okay, so lotus, we all know, it will produce multiple seeds also, okay, containing the fruitlets. So the lotus seeds are consumed also. Okay, so there will be multiple seeds, and the rose will also form multiple small fruits. Okay, and the buttercup, they will develop the separate carpels, each forming a distinct fruit. Okay, and if we talk about the significance of the apocarpus ovary, okay, so since each carpel function independently in case of apocarpus ovary, so it will lead to the greater genetic diversity. Okay, if we talk about in terms of the seed formation, the second significance is in terms of pollination adaptation. So there are some plant, students, that will benefit from the multiple fertilization events. So this will ensure or leads to the increased reproductive success. Okay, the third significance is in terms of the distinct fruit structure. So we already discussed that there will be aggregate fruit formation, okay, due to the presence of multiple carpels. Okay, So there will be a distinct fruit structure. So this is all about the Apocarpous ovary. Now let's talk about the Syncarpous ovary. So the Syncarpous ovary, it will consist of fused carpels. Okay. So due to the fusion, it will form a single compound structure. Okay, and this will lead to the formation of the single ovary. Now this single ovary, it will enclose all ovule and leads to the formation of one fruit. Okay. So whereas in Apocarpous ovary we see multiple fruit, as there is no fusion of carpel, but in the case of Syncarpous ovary, due to the fusion of the carpus, single ovary will be developed, and that ovary will encompasses all the ovules, and this will lead to the formation of single fruit only. Okay. So now let's talk about the characteristics. So the first characteristic we just now discussed, that they will have the fused carpels. Okay. The second one is the ovules. They are enclosed within a common chamber. Okay, leading to the unified fruit. So they will have the unified fruit. Now, since the pollination and fertilization, it occur within a shared ovary, so this will ensure the synchronized seed development. Okay, in case of Syncarpous ovary. Okay. So it will have the Syncarpous ovary, since the ovules are inside a single ovary, it will have a controlled condition. Okay, so this will ensure the synchronized seed development, which is absent in case of Apocarpous ovary. Okay. The fourth characteristics of the Syncarpous ovary is in terms of fruit formation. Okay, so this is fruit formation is centralized. Okay, and we discussed that only a single fruit will be formed instead of multiple fruitlets. Okay, so if we talk about the example of the species displaying the Syncarpous ovary, then the example will include tomato. Okay, so tomato, it will form a single fleshy fruit with multiple seeds. You can see there are so many seeds inside a single tomato fruit. Then the mustard. Okay, so a single pod will contain the fruits. There will be a pod. Okay, and the coconut. Okay, so the coconut will develop a single large fruit within a hard shell. So now the last one, if we talk about the significance of the Syncarpous ovary, then the control condition, okay, the fusion, it will lead to the efficient seed protection. Okay, the fused structure, student, it will provide better defense against the environmental stress. Okay, and I already discussed that with you, that there will be a uniform fruit development. Okay, that is the synchronization. And then they will also have the adaptation for dispersal. Okay, so many Syncarpous fruits, they are designed for efficient seed dispersal. Okay, so this is all the difference between the Apocarpous ovary and the Syncarpous ovary. Thank you for watching the video.